Social Security taxes for a single person. That's what we're going to talk about here. Don't say I don't listen to my audience, because they ask and I deliver, my friends. I deliver. Well, of course, we've done this video probably 7, 8 months, maybe even last year when I was able to write with my arm, but we're going to do it again and again and again until it gets into everybody's noggin about how this works, because it's nuts. All right, so we're going to take my trusty pointer. Oh yeah, PVC pointer. Look at that. And we're going to have single Susie. All right, single Susie has Social Security, and that's it for right now. We're going to do a couple different examples. So she has Social Security and no other income. So what we have to find out is, first and foremost, how much of her Social Security is subject to taxation. It's the first thing. There's 2 steps in figuring out your taxes when you're retired. How much of your Social Security is subject, and then what your AGI is. And we'll go both of these. It's easy once you know how to do this. I'm telling you, it's easy. It takes a little bit of time to figure out. Once you get it, you're like, oh, that makes sense. So in this case, she has $30,000 of Social Security income. That's it. No other income. So to figure out provisional income, we take half of Social Security plus all other income. That's how you figure out provisional income. Why do we need to know provisional income? Because that tells us how much of her Social Security benefit will be subject to taxation. All right, so again, there's 2 phases of this. The first one, how much of her Social Security benefit will be subject to taxation? And to do that, we got to figure out provisional income. Phase 2 is her AGI slash out because of standard deduction, and that's her taxable income. So we're going to show you the first phase, and then we'll go a second. So in this case, her provisional income is $15,000 because provisional income is half of her Social Security benefit plus any other income she has. And this, it could be tax-exempt interest, for instance. It doesn't matter. Any other income she has. She has no other income, so that's it. So her provisional income is $15,000. I probably want to move that down a little bit. Hold on just a second. So when we have provisional income, what we do is we take, for a single person, the first $25,000 is not subject to anything, okay? The next $25,000 to $34,000, 50% of that is subject to taxation. Again, it's not taxed, it's subject to taxation. I'll talk about that in just a second. Anything over $34K, 0.85. All right, so in this case, you have $15,000 is our provisional income. $15,000 is all right here. 0. That's her tax. So none of her Social Security income is subject to taxation in that case. I'm telling you, if all your income is Social Security, you pay no tax. Now, we take, what do we figure out? We got to do our AGI. And we take all of our income plus our provisional income, plus our taxable Social Security income, and that gives us our adjusted gross income. In this case, it's 0. We have no Social Security income subject to taxation. We get no other income anywhere else. So $30,000 of Social Security benefit is completely tax-free. We have 0 for AGI. A standard deduction, we'll just say $13,000. So we have taxable income minus $13K. All right, that's it. Simple as that. So it doesn't matter if you're single, if you're married, it doesn't matter. If all of your income comes from Social Security, it's not subject to taxation. It just won't be. And you can run the numbers any which way you want, and you can try to prove me wrong, but you will be incorrect. All right, so let's get rid of all this. Now we're going to add $20,000 for simplicity. So look, again, it looks like she has negative $13,000. So you could say, well, she should do a $13,000 Roth conversion. Well, I'll show you how that works now. Because if we add more income to the mix, it's going to make her taxes even more than you would think. So let's make sure that's nice and dry. It looks good there, I think. So let's get our trusty, what did I do with the brown guy? Right here, okay. So, oh, that's purple. What did I do with it? I always misplace this guy. Okay, I don't know what I did with it, so we'll use, ooh, maybe it's orange. How's the orange look? Oh, bro, yeah, brilliant. Oh, I said brilliant. I've been watching too many English shows. Brilliant. All right, so in this case, we got Social Security equals 30K. It's okay. All right, I'm going to have to, you can see that okay. So we take half of that. So that's $15,000 goes to our provisional income for Social Security. Let's get a better one. We'll use this, how's this blue guy? Green guy, and we're gonna have $20,000 of IRA income. All right, so that will be our provisional income right here. It's $35,000. That's IRA distro. Well, I just had that brown pen. What the heck did I do with it? IRA. All right, so we got $35,000 is her provisional income. Is that it right there? Nope. Weird, man. The ghosts are down here in the basement because I haven't been down here for so long. The ghosts are haunting me. All right, so we got $35,000 is her provisional income. She has $30,000 Social Security, $20,000 IRA distribution. We take the $20,000 IRA distribution plus half of the Social Security that she has. So she has $35,000 is her provisional income. Okay, so we go over here, 25,000 is 0. 25 to 34, times that by 0.5, and anything over 34, 0.85. All right, so in this case, we take 35,000, 25,000 0. We got 35 minus 34,000. That gives us, what's that, 9,000 bucks here, and that leaves us $1,000 there. That makes sense. So 25, is that right? Plus, yeah, right. So 34, 35, there you go. So 35,000, the first 25 is 0. So we go equals 0 here. We're going to go 9,000 times 0.5. This pen is driving me crazy. 4,500. Yeah, you can still see that. And that's $850. So in this case, we have, I need my trusty calculator to figure that one out. I can't believe I lost my brown pen. That is just straight up weird. We got 4,500 plus 850 equals 5,350 is her amount of Social Security subject to taxation. Let's try blue then. Sorry, guys. 5,350 is the amount of her Social Security subject to taxation. 5,350. All right, so now we can erase all this. 5,350 is the amount of her Social Security that is subject to taxation. 5,350, hike! 5,350, hike! 5,350, hike! All right, so 5,350. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna erase all that. We have $20,000 coming from her IRA, and we got 5,350 is her amount of Social Security income subject to taxation. All right, so we got 20,000 from an IRA. 5,350 is her Social Security that's subject to taxation, which gives us 2,530 is AGI. That's her adjusted gross income. 2,530. We're going to say is a $13,000 standard deduction. And that gives us a taxable income in this case of $12,350. I think $12,350 tax income. I think the first, we'll just say 10,000 subject to 10%, 10,000 times 0.10, and then 2,350 times 0.12. All right, so that'll give us $1,000 there, and 2,350 plus times 0.32 times 0.12 is 282. It's 282. All right, man, that is just annoying to me. All right, so her total taxes are perfect. 1,282. Look at that. Now that's a beautiful thing to witness right there. Yeah, it looks good. That's her taxes due. All right, 1,282. All right, so let's think how this works. She had $30,000 before. All right, 30,000, no tax. Now she has 50,000, and she has 1,282 in tax. So basically, she's paying $1,282 on a $20,000 distribution. So we take our trusty calculator and we divide $1,282 divided by 20,000. That's a 6.5% tax increase. That's not that bad. It gets worse though, but still, that's a 6 0.5% effective tax rate. That's not that bad, but that's how it works. That's how taxes work when it comes to Social Security. She has a 6.5% tax on. She had paid $1,282 in taxes on a $20,000 distribution. That's not so bad, but there you go. So she, in this case, she has $50,000, of which 20 is from IRA, 30 is from Social Security, and she's going to pay 6.5% of taxes. All right, so keep that in the back of your mind, because now what we're going to do is we're going to reverse it a little bit. And the whole point about that is because Social Security is such a beneficial from a tax perspective income stream that we're going to make it $20,000 from Social Security and $30,000 from IRAs. And it doesn't just have to be from IRA, my friend. It could be from anything. It could be, again, tax-exempt interest. It could be, dividends. It could be labor, W-2 income, 1099. I don't care. But we're going to show you how this works. Oh, man. No, that actually is a good stretching for your, that actually is what you're supposed to be doing, stretching that. So that's good for my rotator. All right. So now let's go back in to say 20,000 Social Security, 30,000 IRA. All right, so remember, that's what we had before, tax. All right. Now, in this case, 10,000, because it's half of that, plus 30,000 equals $40,000. That's her provisional income. With me so far? 20,000 Social Security, half that's 10,000 plus a $30,000 IRA distribution. That's $40,000 of provisional income. 0 to 25 times 0, 25 to 34 times 0.5, and anything over 34 equals 0.85, times it by that. All right, so in this case we got $40,000. First 25,000 is nothing. Next $9,000 is there, and then what's that? 34. We got $6,000 here. Is that right? So 20, 31. Yeah, there you go. So that's 4,500, and 6,000 times 0.85 is what? 6,000 times 0.85 is 5,100. 4,500, 5,100. So that's $9,600. So in this case, of her Social Security, almost half that is subject to tax. That's a big deal. I mean, almost half of that is subject to tax before. Not that much was, but $9,600. That's her taxable Social Security. Let's get our trusty eraser here. This dirty T-shirt. $9,600 is her taxable Social Security. $9,600 taxable SS. Plus $30,000 IRA. So our AGI in this case is $39,600. All right, so now we take $13,000 as a standard deduction. That leaves a taxable income of $26,600. That's our taxable income, $26,600. Let me see if I can get another thing here. Looks like that's hurting a little bit. $26,600 is her taxable income. All right, so again, the first $10,000 we're saying, oh, look at that, it's a beautiful thing, times the first $10,000 is what do you say? The first, yeah, because she's in a single, so minus 10,000, which would be taxed. That'll be 16,600 times 0.212, which is the next tax bracket. 10,000 times 0.10, that equals $1,000, and we got 16,600 here. 16,600 times 0.12, 1992. All right, so here we got 2,992 of taxes. So her taxes went up by, look at that. I mean, look at this, man. The same amount of income, but just from where it comes. Her taxes were $1,282 before. Now they're $3,000. Almost a tripling, my friends. A tripling of the taxes. So in this case, I mean, look at that. It went from $1,282 is what she paid to $2,992. And so in this case, she had, that's on the same amount of money. she paid 3 times as much in taxes on the same amount of money simply because she had $20,000 from Social Security and $30,000 from her IRA. So on that extra $10,000 IRA and reduced Social Security by 10, just for simplicity, it increased her taxes by 300% almost. Tell me that's not crazy. I mean, that's that extra $10,000 IRA made her taxes go up by an extra, with that, what, 20 something hundred? Yeah, almost about 3,000, about basically $1,800. So the extra $10,000 IRA costs her an extra 18% in taxes. It's crazy. That's the tax torpedo, man. That's if you're single and you flip those around, you'd pay $1,282. If you're single and you do it like this, you're paying $2,992. So the extra $10,000 from the IRA increased her taxes by 18%, even though she's only in the 12% tax bracket. How does that happen? Because every dollar of income from the IRA increases the amount of Social Security money she's got to pay tax on as well. Because remember, I forgot what it was. In this case, she had to pay $9,600 of Social Security income, of tax on Social Security income before. I can't remember what it was, $5,000, something like that. So every dollar that comes out of an IRA not only is taxed for that dollar, but it also makes your Social Security taxable too. It's crazy. That's a tax torpedo. So it affects single people and affects married people. Just maximize your Social Security to avoid the tax torpedo, because that's an 18% tax bracket when she's only in a 12% tax bracket. That's how it works. It only gets worse too, because literally at some stage you can pull a dollar out from an IRA, but actually add $1.85 to your ordinary income, which means you're taxed on $1.85 even though you're only taking one extra dollar out. Hope this makes sense. Definitely put questions in there, because I know there's a lot going on here, but it's, oh man, you got to understand how this works. All right, we'll see you.